Fears of an imminent strike against Syria. Experts still believe prices could spike if any move against Syria spills over into violence in the Middle East's main oil-producing countries. Brent crude for October edged up by 3 cents to trade at $111.28 per barrel after dropping to a 2-week low on Tuesday. U.S. crude for October delivery was, however, down 54 cents at $106.85 per barrel.
On the foreign scene, exactly this date, 12 years ago, 102 minutes changed the lives of Americans forever. Mothers, fathers, sons and daughters lost their lives in the September 11 terrorist attack on the World Trade Center, and they were about 3,000 in number. The founder of Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, was responsible for the attack on the Twin Towers.
Well, he was killed in Pakistan on May the 2nd, 2011 by Navy SEALs of the U.S. Naval Special Warfare Development Group during the operation codenamed Operation Neptune. Those lives who were lost are being remembered, not just in the United States alone, but in many parts of the world today.
As Americans remember the day they popularly refer to as 9/11, the decision to take military action against Syria might have been placed on hold, but then there is a new twist. President Barack Obama says he will pursue diplomatic efforts to remove Syria's chemical weapons, but has ordered the U.S. military to be in a position to respond if such measures fail. In a televised address, he said he had asked Congress to postpone a vote authorizing the use of force. The U.S. has threatened airstrikes after a chemical weapons attack killed hundreds in Damascus last month. Russia has proposed such weapons be placed under international control. Although Syrian officials have agreed in principle, the U.S. and its allies remain skeptical that Syria will follow through.
In sports news, Nigeria's athletic sensation Blessing Okagbare is richer by 3 million naira as the federal government honors her for making the country proud at the 2013 Athletic Championship in Moscow. Nigeria's President Goodluck Jonathan, who made the cash donation of 3 million naira to her, also gave a 3.5 million naira to the coach.
The president called on young Nigerian ladies to emulate her shining example and charged the Ministry of Sports to do all it can to make sure that the country wins more medals in future sporting events.
Blessing Okagbare presenting her medals to Nigeria's president. She is an Olympic and world medalist in the long jump, world medalist in the 200 meters, and the African record holder in the 100 meters. Her visit to the presidential villa is following her recent performance in the 2013 World Championship in Moscow. The president celebrates her with kind words and cash donations and calls on other Nigerian youths to emulate her.
As a show of appreciation, and I believe Secretary of Government will note when we'll give national honors, we consider this a blessing, and the coach as at that time will also decorate you. But for today, as a show of appreciation, we're going to give you some token sum. Blessing will go with 3 million naira. And the coach Daniel, 3,500,000.
Minister of Sports looks at athletics in Nigeria with nostalgia. He is grateful for the discovery of Blessing Okagbare and the support of the president and the Delta State governor. sports development for the Delta State Governor and the athletic champion. What the president has done here is a tonic to do more.
What's exciting to me here today is the personal recognition by Mr. President of Blessing's effort. Whatever you are giving materially, for me, is not the major thing. The major thing is that she's being nationally recognized.
Well, you know, I'll keep doing what I've been doing. I actually stay on top of my game, work really hard with support from people around me. But, you know, it all comes down to the people on top, too, and what they have to do to actually support us. There's no magic in sports, let me tell you. There's no magic. And as much as they give to us, if the athletes are willing to work hard, we work with what they give to us, and whatever comes down to it, we just take it.
The federal government said no more will sports and sports ambassadors be treated with levity, and challenged the sports ministry to ensure that more medals are won for the country in 2016. Chukuma Onwekusi, Channels Television News.
Oh, that's it on sports news.
And news track as well. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Bubani.
And I'm Charles Aruka. Dateline Abuja is up next.
Do you have a first, higher, or honorary degree, or national certificate of education, or Senate-approved diploma of the University of Lagos?
There's a good reason education will always be king in the sphere of human lives. Now, learning takes place from the cradle to the grave, and some say even beyond this mortal coil. Effectively, we stop living the day we stop learning. But that isn't about to happen on Dateline Lagos, because there's always something to learn or discover about this wonderful state and her march to future greatness. Join us on the march as I welcome you to the show. I'm Loretta Chiogo, and stay with me. I'll be right back.
The Lagos State government has compensated 5 people who had to forfeit their land for the erection of a cenotaph at the site of the Dano air crash in Iju-Ishaga area of Lagos State. Presenting the check to the people, the Executive Secretary of the State Lands Bureau, Mr. Aino Salami, says the gesture is to fulfill government's promise of compensating those whose lands were affected.
The state government is therefore, by erecting the cenotaph, ensuring that the lessons of the incident are not lost on us as a people. Since the destruction of the structures, fittings, improvement, fixtures, and personal properties was as a result of the plane crash, it is expected with emphasis that the management of Dana Airlines Limited will compensate all those who are affected in that regard. However, the governor of Lagos said that graciously approved that monetary compensation be paid to the owners of the land on the basis of the prevailing fair market value of land within the neighborhood where the cenotaph have been erected.
It will be recalled that land totaling about 5 plots was acquired by the state, and a cenotaph was erected in memory of the 167 people who lost their lives in the plane crash. The state government has also presented a retirement bond certificate